point to Korea. Lin Dan comes over and his referee is asking Lin Dan to continue. And Li Mao probably...
Back in 2008, Lin Dan from China lost control and caused a scene at the Korea Open. He angrily threw his racket and got into a physical altercation with the Korean coach, making headlines that shocked the badminton world. This incident not only exposed the darker side of Korean sports, but also revealing the internal grudges within the Chinese badminton team. So, how did this incident happen and what truly drove Lin Dan to lose control? Let's dive into the events of that day. In early 2008, with the Beijing Olympics approaching, top players were fiercely competing for Olympic badminton qualification. At the BWF Super Series second tournament, the Korea Open, world number 1 Lin Dan faced off against local Korean player Lee Hyun-il in the final. In the first game, Lin Dan dominated, winning with the score 21-4 in just 11 minutes, with the match seemingly in Lin Dan's favour. But from the second game onward, things took a turn. Lee Hyun-il adjusted his strategy and at one point led Lin Dan significantly. As the match became intensely competitive, Lin Dan faced multiple controversial calls. Several clear out-of-bounds shots were ruled in by Korean line judges, leaving Lin Dan visibly frustrated and repeatedly protesting to the umpire. The umpire from Czech, after personal judgment, overruled the line judges' decisions 3 times, preventing the situation from escalating further. After over an hour of play with the score tied at 21-all in the deciding game, a controversial call became the trigger for this incident. A smash by Lee Hyun-il, which appeared to be out, was ruled in by the line judge. Lin Dan protested again, but unlike previous instances, the main umpire, possibly due to a blind spot, did not overrule the call and awarded the point directly to Lee Hyun-il. However, the real reason behind Lin Dan's emotional outburst lay elsewhere. As Lin Dan rushed to the net to argue with Lee Hyun-il, the Korean team's head coach Li Mao stood up from the coaching bench and shouted at Lin Dan.
在这个理论的中间呢，李毛一蹭就从凳子上站起来了。站起来，而且往前面跨了2步以后，用他的手指着林丹在那儿又吼又叫的，完全就是一种没有理智了那种感觉。
In a post-match interview, Lin Dan revealed that Li Mao taunted him, saying, "The umpire already overruled in your favour before. Why should they rule for you again?" These words ignited Lin Dan's long-simmering anger. From another angle at the court, an emotionally charged Lin Dan threw his racket toward the Korean coaching bench, then stepped off the court to confront Li Mao. Chinese team coach Zhong Bo stepped in to intervene, trying to stop Li Mao's verbal attacks, but was forcefully pushed away by Li Mao. The two sides immediately began shoving each other and the scene descended into chaos. It wasn't until the tournament referees stepped in that the two parties were separated. Though the coaches were pulled apart, Li Mao continued shouting, reigniting Lin Dan's emotions.
And our referee is asking Lin Dan to continue. And Li Mao probably had a word to say there. Wow, this is sensational stuff. I tell you what, it's a first time for everyone.
Lin Dan then attempted to attack Li Mao with his racket, but fortunately the umpire and sideline staff quickly intervened, pulling Lin Dan away. The entire conflict lasted about 3 minutes. This conflict, seemingly sparked by a misjudgment, was actually rooted in a hidden grudge. In fact, Li Mao, the Korean coach who clashed with Lin Dan, was no outsider. He was once a key figure in the Chinese badminton team. As the former head coach of China's men's singles, Li Mao had an illustrious coaching career, leading the Chinese team to their first Sudirman Cup victory in 1995. However, due to a power struggle with then head coach Li Yongbo, Li Mao, along with several other coaches, resigned collectively in 1998. After leaving the Chinese team, Li Mao coached in countries like Malaysia and Korea, mentoring world-class players such as Lee Chong-wei and Lee Hyun-il, while his relationship with Li Yongbo's Chinese team grew increasingly strained. This long-standing grudge remained unresolved for years, and Li Mao's provocative remarks and actions on the court were interpreted by Lin Dan as siding with the Koreans over his own countrymen.
他没有讲说直接的是说可能说直接的在骂我，但是他的表达出他的那个情绪，就是要跟中国队对抗。当时在场的还有一个韩国教练，包括李轩逸，他们都没有那么激动。说你在韩国执教，但是你归根结底你还是一个中国人，那种情绪我觉得让我觉得很，当时一下就特别的很不高兴。
After the conflict subsided, the umpire issued Lin Dan a yellow card. Many might question, with Lin Dan throwing his racket and acting aggressively on the court, wasn't a mere yellow card too lenient? Given Lin Dan's heated behaviour, the umpire could have issued a red card, resulting in an immediate loss of the match. However, considering the context of Lin Dan's outburst and the significant consequences of a red card, the umpire opted for a lighter penalty.
He's cleared it. It's a big headed miss, and Korea have won.
Eventually, Lin Dan lost the deciding game in 23-25. After Lee Hyun won the title, Li Mao stepped forward to prevent handshake with Lin Dan, instead warmly embracing his player, completely ignoring the defeated Lin Dan. The on-court clash have subsided, but the controversy spilled over off the court, with both sides pointing fingers and fiercely debating who should be held responsible. Chinese team head coach Lee Yongbo firmly backed Lin Dan, refusing to apologise and accusing Li Mao of instigating the conflict, while asserting that Li Mao could never return to coach the Chinese team. In contrast, Li Mao denied provoking Lin Dan, harshly criticising him as the most ill-mannered and unethical player in badminton, and demanded that the BWF thoroughly investigate the incident. In fact, such a major controversy at a Korean event isn't the first of its kind. Back at the 2002 Busan Asian Games, Indonesian player Taufik Hidayat, frustrated by Korean officiating, led his entire team in a walkout, sparking widespread discussion at the time. I'll dive deeper into that incident in a future video. This conflict prompted the BWF to address officiating disputes, drawing on technology from tennis and cricket, indirectly leading to the introduction of the Hawkeye Challenge system in badminton in 2014.
Challenge, Lin Dan.
Hailed by Korean media as a gold medal hopeful, Lee Hyun-il never defeated Lin Dan again in his career, losing all 8 of their subsequent meetings. What do you think about this? Feel free to leave your comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel.